evening to discuss our application leadership model, the out-of-the-box integrated health model. Your presenters for this evening are
Heather Dorndisi,
Siobhan Forrester,
Kristen Gordon,
and Michelle Reyes. The out-of-the-box integrated health model utilizes the dynamic cultural leadership model as its foundation. It encompasses elements of the UCL's multiple linkage model, as well as components of the Bowman and Deal leadership model. This evening, we would like to thank you for allowing us the opportunity to share our leadership model, the out-of-the-box integrated health model. We are going to share information on our effective application leadership model, and we're seeking your support in determining its effectiveness. This evening, we're going to accomplish that task by reviewing the following during this presentation. We're going to provide you with a brief introduction of this model, share aspects, specifically the assessment aspect of the dynamic cultural leadership model. We're going to provide more in-depth information about the out-of-the-box integrated health model, share information about the UCL's leadership model, provide information on the Bowman and Deal leadership model, summarize the out-of-the-box integrated health model, share applications to how it can address current trends in the healthcare industry, specifically on clinical delivery, clinical management systems, and its correlation to the three-world view. And we're going to share with you effective practices on how this model can be implemented into the integrated care model. We all are aware that the healthcare industry is an aggregation and integration of sectors that provide services to treat patients with curative, preventative, rehabilitative, and palliative care. Therefore, it is vital for the organization to utilize the DCL process to assess and align a robust leadership and management team that consists of a diverse set of skills, abilities, and perspectives to enable the organization to remain consistent while proactively handling dynamic external changes that occur. We know that we all deal with those variables while still focusing on the attainment of those specific organizational goals. The out-of-the-box integrated health model infuses the DCL framework, which recognizes and assesses the three levels of leadership on the personal, team, and organizational level. The assessment components of the DCL model provide clarity for strategic planning in the effort of improving organizational goals. Leaders use the sequential and building elements of the dynamic cultural leadership model process to construct and facilitate the development of the predetermined organizational culture and goals. The DCL model can provide a roadmap the leader needs to create the kind of culture they want in the organization. The concepts of the out-of-the-box integrated health model integrate the dynamic cultural leadership framework and apply two additional theories, the UCL's leadership model and the Bowman-Deal's leadership model, while using the DCL model as its foundation in order to integrate the healthcare setting to improve its organizational goals, culture, and systems. And this is accomplished by conducting a needs assessment, incorporating collaborative decision-making and problem-solving to ensure that patient care is determined by technical experience and expertise, as well as leadership effectiveness in order to accomplish the three-world view, as well as attaining the quadruple aim to improve patient outcomes as well as provider outcomes. Next, I will have my fellow colleague provide information on the next portion.
Efficient leadership is maintained by consistent assessment, development, and change of the culture of the group in order to successfully maintain and effectively meet the needs and expectations of the external environment. The leader should determine the predominant culture present in the organization and apply the process that promotes knowledge, management, and continuous learning. Slide. The aspect of the Bowman and Deal model that was grafted into the out-of-the-box integrated health model was incorporating the need for the leader's flexibility and dynamic quick thinking abilities. In situations where the organization is the catalyst of most situational events, a framework is needed where the individual is able to lead the organization through upheavals while maintaining the structural balance by controlling situational variables. The leader in this model must make decisions based on consistent contingency plans, coordinating the team while adjusting the situational variables to produce positive outcomes. Slide. In this model, you can see the leader at the center being pulled in different directions for both outer growth and inner growth, as well as technical skills and adaptive skills. Technical skills are more cut and dry. There's a clear problem with a clear solution. Leaders are taught in an educational setting on how to handle these situations. Adaptive skills are a little bit more complex. There is not always a clear problem with a clear solution. Leaders in these situations need to be able to pivot, adapt, and address these situations as they come in contact with them. They need to pull skills from their toolbox based on the lessons that they've learned throughout the years to be able to address those situations in the moment and be an effective leader.
The major aspect obtained from the DCL model is utilizing assessments, collaborative decision-making, and problem-solving to determine the best outcomes. This is to ensure that patient care is determined by technical expertise and leadership effectiveness of all those involved. The major aspect obtained from the Bowman and Deal model is the structural aspect, which focuses on the organization's overall structure and governing rules, policies, and procedures that allow the organization to run effectively. This model sets up a solid foundation to build upon, allowing practitioners to adapt to recent literature and evolve as needed. The world of science is forever growing, and we need to make sure we're constantly reviewing the literature to make sure we're up to date with most practices. The major aspect obtained from the UCL's model is a unified managerial leadership. This involves blending the leader's control and persuasion of the variables to create more favorable situations with the assessment of the results of the organizational leadership team. Next slide. Here's a nice visual that breaks down the different aspects taken from the DCL, UCL's, and Bowman and Deal models that help create our out-of-the-box integrated health model. The DCL model allows us to use assessments that are used in order to continuously improve and grow upon as an organization. The UCL's model allows the impact leaders have on the organization to be based upon managerial behaviors and intervening criteria and situational variables. The Bowman and Deal model allows you to think on your feet and provide the necessary resources for the patient or the client in the moment. This provides use for high warm handoffs throughout the model that is used throughout the organization to ensure that the necessary and appropriate resources and referrals are followed through and needed, are given appropriately and followed through. These three major aspects taken back one. These three major aspects taken from the DCL, UCL's, and Bowman and Deal model are what create the out-of-the-box integrated health model. Overall, it looks to increase the leader's skill and influence over the organization, allow for effective and quick response to dynamic changes, and allows for and allows for a monitoring system that evaluates the organization as a whole. Next slide. Concepts of the framework. Maximizing on the unique influence of the leader over a team that works to inspire motivation and subordinates. Maintaining impartiality by setting up an evaluation and feedback system to balance out individual biases that may arise from the first goal. Majoring on the diversity within the healthcare team to create an atmosphere of constant creativity and innovation and providing solutions to problems in the system. Next slide.
Trend 1, clinical delivery.
The trend in healthcare involves innovations in digital acceleration. Incorporating leadership in the clinical setting serves a significant role in improving care delivery to the patients. Leaders can apply the out-of-the-box integrated health model and the quadruple aim when considering the patient's or the provider satisfaction in the telehealth setting. While it is essential to ensure the patient receives quality care, it is necessary to ensure the team has the resources and support available to deliver virtual care. While considering Bowman and Deal's four-frame model, structured leadership serves as a foundation to support the providers who implicate the care because of the emphasis on how the goal will be accomplished. With robust technologies and information systems, the provider can achieve success personally with clear objectives and communication. Although telehealth is an independent level of care as providers work with the patient directly in a remote setting, a leader can engage the team in huddles and assess in the team the treatment has areas to strengthen. Next slide.
Trend 2, clinical management systems.
Another trend in healthcare involves the operational aspect of clinical management, such as improving the collaborative ecosystems. Healthcare initiatives can improve the clinical system by maximizing wait time with behavioral health surveys, engaging in warm handoffs, and leading clinical huddles. Reducing waiting in a clinical setting take human capital and situational leadership. The science of effective processes and strategies benefits the organization's long-term goals when implementing time management initiatives. Leaders can empower the organization to make decisions based on the present information. The organizational process to check in a patient for an appointment, ensure the patient is complete, and ensure the patient completes and returns the screening tool and analyze the information to make a referral takes teamwork. The leader encourages self-management to increase patient satisfaction by instilling a culture of communication and problem solving. During the warm handoff involving a patient, multiple complexities can occur, such as hesitancies to follow a treatment plan. Next slide. An ongoing trend. Oh, sorry.
Trend 3, worldview.
An ongoing trend includes cost-saving initiatives in the healthcare industry. A common topic in healthcare teams working collaboratively with payers and stakeholders to innovate and drive down costs. While considering the 3 worldviews, leaders must consider the long-term vision of sustainability.